Welcome to the Mostly Pod Out at Night. Mostly, I am Salem, joined by my co-host Graveyard.
Hello.
This is episode 180. Yes, that's 180 of our weekly All Things Horror podcast. That's a lot. That's a lot of episodes.
It is. I remember we almost got a cake for 100th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking, like that's 180 episodes. It's not like, season one or no. It's like there's just 180. That's a lot. Anyway.
Yeah.
So to celebrate the yearly flight of the superb owl, we are searching the archive for some sports-themed horror films. There's not a whole lot of those.
Well, it's also ironic because the Olympics just started, and these are about a couple of them are about the Olympics too.
Right. Yeah. Interestingly enough. Yeah. So there are some. I think we found there's a couple more that we mentioned that I guess we could probably have another one maybe next year. But anyway, so powder up them hands. It's time for some slow motion, uneven bar action. Because I guess that's the Summer Games. I guess we'll have to wait another 2 more years for those.
But my goodness, not powder up their hands. One guy's like entire body was powder.
Well, I think that's how it is. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it. So you make sure you don't get blisters and friction burns, I guess. Anyway, so 3 movies this week. We have Graduation Day from 1981, Fatal Games from 1984, and then we fast forward all the way to 2025 for Him. That was not done by Jordan Peele, even though produced. It's just like presented by Jordan Peele, but it was like I think in the marketing they really like heavily implied that it was like his next movie.
Yes, because we were expecting one from him, and that didn't happen. And not spoilers, but it seems like a story he would do.
Yeah. You could tell his film company was involved.
Oh yeah, because that's the very first credits that you see for the production is the monkey paw.
Right. So I'm pretty sure there's like the same, a lot of the same people because it was presented in a similar way.
Yeah, it's just kind of like how Sam Raimi always has Ghost House Productions when it has nothing to do with Sam Raimi.
Right.
So
there's another Sam Raimi movie coming out. I think it's already in the theater, actually.
Send help.
Yeah.
With
our good friend from Red Eye last week.
I know.
Or 2
Spoiler,
weeks.
Sam Raimi horror movies may be the edition I do in August.
Uh-oh. We'll get there.
Yep.
All right, so we start off with Graduation Day. Okay, so the beginning of this film is a girl.
Hell of an opener.
Yeah, it's a girl who obviously she doesn't look like she knows how to run. I mean, I don't know how to run either, so I guess I can't judge. But she is on film as a runner, and she does not look like she fills the part at all. Like you see her running, and you see the other people running next to her are clearly going faster than she is. But anyway, they're saying like, "Come on, you gotta do it." The coach is like, "Come on, don't waste my time," for being a jerk about it. And everybody else is like,
seconds.
Like you can do it. So she's running, her little heart out, crosses the finish line, and then collapses and dies.
Yeah,
just dies.
She literally ran her little heart.
Right. Yeah. They don't say how she died, but later on in the film, it is mentioned that she died of a blood clot. I don't know how that happened, but sure.
It'd have to be an aneurysm at that point.
Yeah, I was going to say like a blood clot. I don't think so, but I mean, whatever. I'm not an expert. So we kind of fast forward to it's a year later, right? Or not even a year. A couple months later.
It's a few months later. So that's not probably spring and then early spring originally, then end of the school year, obviously.
Right. So her sister is coming back from the Navy. And
Guam.
She's what?
Guam. She came back from Guam.
Oh, I thought you said mom. Like what? Yes, she came back from Guam. So she's coming back to like, I don't know, settle her sister's affairs or something. I don't know. She's like there to like try to find out what happened or like get more information about what happened. She's like focused on getting more information, even though this happened months ago.
And I would say that she's at the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, and that's about it for being
Right.
our
Yeah.
main
It's like
person.
you really feel like that's the direction that it's gonna go in, and it really doesn't. Because yeah,
Correct.
she's like very much a protagonist for like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and then it just like skips it
Yep.
skips her and focuses on a bunch of other people. Like, and I rewrote this down. It's like they keep skipping to different people. Like they don't focus on one protagonist.
Oh,
Um,
no, not at
it's
all,
this
yeah.
one and the second
Uh-huh.
film here. They both did follow the same kind of pattern where it's like you think, okay, this is the protagonist, this is how it's going to go, and then it like a bunch of other random shit happens in the middle, and it's different POVs the entire time, and then
Mhm.
at the end they kind of come back and then
Yeah.
finish out their thing. It's like they had an arc, and the arc was like, oh shit, this arc is only 30 minutes. Okay, well, like, put an hour of weird fluff in the middle, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what happened. So she's like trying to find out more information about what happened to her sister. And we're kind of treated to people getting murdered kind of off screen, usually by a sword.
Yeah, and they make it seem like it's a jousting sword, but it's
Well,
clearly not because jousting swords don't cut people that
yeah, well, jousting
way.
swords, yeah, they're dull and they have like a big ball on the end.
Yep.
But I mean, yeah, it's like an old school like rapier, and then one of them
Mhm.
is like an old school like broadsword, like he's chopping heads off with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, essentially, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of cut out the middle part here because it's basically all the same. Is like there's this picture of the track team, okay, and this picture is all the people that were on the team with the girl who died in the beginning.
Mhm.
So the coach himself was like fired from being a coach because he was like, "Oh, you pushed her too hard, right?
Yeah.
It's your fault that she died." So he got disgraced and he got let go as the coach. He's still working as a teacher, but I believe he's done at the end of the year, and we're
Yeah.
like close to like the title says, graduation day.
Mhm.
Um, so it's kind of implied that it might be him because the killer has the stopwatch, that he hits and then tries to kill him within like 30 seconds, I guess. I don't know. They don't really show the watch. They just show him hitting the watch. Um, but yeah, they're being killed with swords, and swords were not ever focused on in this sports montage beginning at all.
No.
So it's kind of weird. Like we get no clues as to who this person is or
Mhm.
whatever. So yeah, so we get like a bunch of weird deaths. There's like a football with a sword built into it, that he throws, and like the guy, I guess reflexively catches the football and stabs himself with his football sword.
There's a girl
Um,
that just stands there while she gets stabbed through the throat slowly.
right, yeah. There's a guy who like I guess he was like getting short on time, so he just beheads two people like
Yep.
within 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so anyway, so they're going through this picture and like literally xing out the people with lipstick, um
Implying that it's the sister.
well, implying that it's one, a woman with the lipstick,
Mhm.
and two, it's, I mean, they're kind of sort of implying that it's the teacher with the stopwatch, right? But again, they're like it's focusing heavy on this sword thing,
Yep.
but anyway, they're all wearing like this all gray like sweatsuit. At one point in time we literally see the teacher guy with the all gray sweatsuit.
Mhm.
And anyway, so it's down to just those two. It's the teacher and one other guy who was like her boyfriend, the girl who died,
Yeah.
boyfriend, and they were going to get married right after they graduated on graduation day. I'm sure that would have lasted a very long time.
In fairness, he's 40.
Well, yeah, but I was in this film. He's supposed to be like 18.
I know.
Um, so yeah, the sister was like, he was writing to the sister, so they're like kind of like bonding, whatever.
Mhm.
And she was the one that was trying to work with him to like figure out what was going on and get more information, blah blah blah. And the boyfriend, and the teacher coach guy are the only ones left at the end. And so there's a weird kind of confrontation to where each one thinks the other one was doing it,
Yeah.
And then like as they run away, because everybody blames the teacher, because I guess he makes more sense. So the teacher runs away, and the kid runs after him. And as soon as they get far enough away from the school and everybody else, it very fast becomes apparent that the kid is the one doing it.
Yeah.
The kid is the one doing it because he was supposed to marry this girl, and that was the love of his life. And all these people caused her death by either one, the coach pushing her too hard, or two, everyone else like cheering her on to keep her going. I don't understand his logic there, but
He was also on the track team and he
right.
gets stopped.
That's what I'm saying. And
Yes.
he was cheering too. I just don't like, I don't get why these other people
Yep.
had to die. The teacher guy, I get, I
Yep.
understand that, but I don't get everybody else.
Or the sister killing
Right.
people that were she thought were involved with it. Sure.
Right. Sure. But anyway, so we find out it's him. He kills the teacher away from
Well,
everybody else.
the cop kills the teacher.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
The teacher dies away from everybody else without him telling the truth. So it looks like the kid's going to get away with it.
Yep.
So, after everything, the sister is now like, okay, now, we know who's doing all these killings and stuff. Now we can go settle it. So he goes to visit the boy to like say goodbye, more or less. And she goes to the house and goes into his room, and then we see swords all over the walls.
And Vampirella.
Yeah, and Vampirella. And then she finds the sister's dead body tied to a chair in the middle of the room. So he like dug up her dead body, and was going to marry the dead body on their graduation day, because that day is their graduation day. And so she finds out, oh, it was really him doing all of the murder things. And then there's a weird scene where like she pushes her sister's body on top of him and throws him out the window, and then he's just fine. And he just walks back in the house. But anyway, so yeah, they fight, and then he dies, and then the end.
Yeah. But not after her finding like every body along the way.
Right. Yeah. Locked in lockers and shit.
Right. And she's able to fight him every single time they go hand to hand just fine, but she keeps running.
Right. Yeah. She's like, they meet up, and then she's like doing flips and kicks and stuff, and then she runs and screams. I don't know. It's like they couldn't like make up their mind if they wanted her to be capable or not. I don't know.
For being in the Navy, yeah, she should be capable. She shows being capable, but I feel like this movie went through like 5 drafts and just cut together different pieces of.
I think that's being generous. I don't think there was any drafts at all. I think they just film go do things.
That's fair.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. The only other notable death is the guy who does the what's that stupid sport thing with the long pole?
Oh, the pole vault.
Pole vault, and he lands on just like a bed of spikes.
Right.
And that's how the guy dies, is he gets thrown into it and dies.
Not like what did the pole vault? Yeah, what did the pole vault guy have to do with a girl running?
He was also on the track team.
No, he was on the team, but like, what did he do? I don't know. I don't understand the logic of like these other people getting killed. The coach, I totally get.
Correct.
Everyone, these other people is like, they were just on the team, dude.
Yep.
Like everybody else worked just as hard as she did. Like, yeah, it sucks that some freak accident happened and she died, but like, it wasn't really the coach that did that.
No.
The coach was just motivating her to work harder. Yeah, he's an asshole. But
yeah. Like I said, I think it would have made more sense if it was the sister, because like I said, that explained why she disappears for the majority of the movie. Is she's the one doing all the killings. Therefore,
right. They intentionally give you red herrings.
Yeah.
For both the teacher guy being it and her being it. And the dude that's doing it is like missing for most of the movie.
Correct. Other than the jam session with his sweet, sick harmonica.
Dear God, dude. Dude, okay. That was the part, right? We had this fucking like, I don't know, like folk, like country sing-along bullshit, right? Where it was like, I got the graduation day blues, and that fucking scene is like 5 minutes long. And then we skip to another scene where another band is playing a fucking song, and that scene's like 5 minutes long.
Full song, roller disco.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right. Like people are getting killed out there while this song is still playing like full blast. So like you can barely hear what the fuck is going on out there. It's so strange. Like I'm pretty sure like whoever made this movie was friends with folk singer Cowboy Man, and the
Felony.
gangster rock dudes.
Felony. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I had never seen this movie or seen any clips from this movie at all. I don't know about you.
No, but like this movie and Fatal Games both feel like they're like Jim Cotta 2.
Hell
Like
yeah.
they're just it's just they're terrible movies that don't make any sense.
I feel like both of them are made by movies that for people who don't understand high school and sports.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I was never on the sports teams, but like I know enough to know that's not how it works.
Correct. So do you want to go first? Your thoughts? You want me to go first?
I go first, I guess.
Okay.
Number one, this is a trauma movie.
Yeah, it
I
is.
was like, oh shit! Like it's the call. It's like the trauma team. I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? It's not like your typical trauma movie, but
Oh
it
no.
was made by trauma. So,
Hmm.
I thought the football sword was ridiculous. I was like laughing hysterically because it was very strange.
Yep.
I guess the one girl was like very sex positive, right?
Hmm.
Which is, I guess, interesting for 1981. She was like horny and the one like initiating sexual activity, which is like, but they didn't really play her off as being like the slut girl, which is what they normally do.
And who was that woman?
I don't fucking know.
It was Quigley.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I guess that's what she's known for.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing that I don't know if this is good or bad because it was very strange and they never explained it. But the guy had this little vial of like green stuff. The teacher guy.
Yeah.
And he kept like putting it on his hand and then like licking it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I was like, is it some kind of like breath mint? Is this like a 1981 like weird breath mint thing that they're doing? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
He's the way he's licking it, like he was doing a shot, like he's putting
Right.
the salt in his hand and licking it.
It
Yeah.
was very weird. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because it like everybody was just acting like it's totally normal.
Yeah.
But maybe it was normal in 1981. I don't know. I wasn't in high school in 1981, so that's all I got.
Oh yeah, Linnea Quigley. She's great in horror movies, and Vanna White is in this movie.
Yay!
And she's not even one of the main girls to get killed, so that's funny to me. Felony the band, cool. They have an actual band playing. The rest of the music is awful, but their song's okay.
If you say so.
Of course, trauma. And of course, the cop going around there goes, Michaels, yeah, bam, bam, shoots him dead.
I mean, that's accurate.
But I mean, it's because he was so claustrophobic in the high school, as he pointed out many, 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 many times. Yeah, that's all I got. I'll roll in my low points. Obviously, hey, you're getting a ride. Hey, this woman's in the Navy. Let's just try to feel her up. That's a good idea. As I said, the teens are anywhere between 17 and 40.
Yeah, I don't know if if any of them even got that low.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they said the red herrings are awful. It's like they are writing it as they go. The camera is all over the fucking place. Like we see the guy running down the path, and then we have like a POV on the side, then behind him, then in front of him, on the other side. Like they kept cutting nonstop. Like Jesus Christ, has to stop. Like I don't think they know how to make a film. It's entirely possible. And I was discussing this with the wife earlier today. Okay, so it's graduation day. The principal, who is clearly sexually harassing his secretary nonstop, and kids go missing the night before graduation day. Now I don't know about you, but night before graduation day, I was being stupid and going out with friends. And what's their first instinct? To call the principal to see if he knows where their kids are at? No, you wouldn't call the principal for that. As he has every right to be mad. He's like, why would I know where they are? Why do they keep calling me? I go, right. If you think your friends are out, your kids are out, call the friends' houses. Like the principal should not be the first call. Like, why would he know where they're at? It's not like they had a school function there the night before.
He probably wasn't the first call.
I'm just saying,
called everybody else.
Yeah, I'm just saying the dopey Barney Fife cop that forgets his badge, has the joint in his gun is stupid. And they're like the way they're talking is like, yeah, you were in high school and we were like, dude, it's also like 50. I understand what you main dude with your harmonica, you're 40, but still. Just the close-ups of him playing the harmonica during that folk song was just annoying as hell. Didn't do anything for the movie at all. And I think it's also a red herring. Like, yeah, he's cool. He's just playing harmonica, but no, he's clearly just insane. You know, why does the grandma need to be deaf? There's no point of having the grandma be deaf in the movie. It does no purpose to the entire film. There's just this film is just all over the place and it makes zero sense. That's what I have. How about you?
Yeah. So I mean, we get to see 1981 on display with the sexism and the bigotry, like
Mhm.
blatant sexual assault, and it's lesbos.
Yep.
Yeah, great time. They're doing this weird film skipping thing.
Mhm.
And this is like 1981. Like they do it nowadays, but it's done a little bit more tastefully, I guess. But back in 1981, when they were I guess I have to call it skipping, because I don't know what else it would be. Like they were going back and forth between like what's happening in
Yep.
now, and then what was happening back then, and they go like back and forth like that fast.
Yeah.
And it was, man, it's like it must feel like that's what you like when you're having a seizure or something. Like I was like, what the fuck is happening? It was very uncomfortable. I did not like it. Slow motion gymnastics just look painful. They look
Yes.
painful. They look awkward. Like when they're in slow motion, it's like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
When it's normal speed, it looks like, wow, that's a lot of talent. That's pretty cool. But like in slow motion, it just looks uncomfortable. The FX were terrible. I mean, the blood was bad. The head getting cut off was terrible. The gunshots was terrible. The girlfriend's body makeup at the end was just horrific. It looked like they took like latex and like puffed them up with a balloon, deflated it, and then slapped it to her face.
I look like she had Oreo cookies for her eyes.
Right. I was like, what the fuck is that? Is this supposed to be a dead body? Why does her face look like that?
Yeah.
I don't know if the guy who like cut the apple had ever seen an apple before,
Mhm.
but like the whole reason you cut an apple is you cut around the core,
Yeah.
right? Because you're
Three
not supposed to
pieces.
eat the core. Yeah, he just like he's like cutting the apple, but he's cutting directly through the core. I'm like, have you seen an apple before? Like you're an alien from another planet that doesn't understand what an apple is? It was very weird.
Oh, I like that he wipes the knife off that he confiscated before eating the apple or after cutting the apple. Like, yeah, that's you don't know where that knife's been. Like, you're just gonna cut your food with that.
Well, again, I don't think he was going to eat that apple because he was just like murdering it.
It's probably the one real prop they had. They had to show it
Right. I guess.
worked.
Um, like I said, the musical number, like one, they were both too long, and two, they were literally back to back.
Mhm.
So it's like we had like 10 minutes of like musical interlude. And it basically, like I said, it took over scenes of the film. Like
Yep.
there was murders happening that were just like cutting back and forth to like a music video.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, the fight choreography was like so bad.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
mean,
whoa! Are you
wow.
saying that I can just you grabbing your shoulder doesn't count as fight choreography? Come on.
It was like you could literally see them going, okay, and action, and then they like push, and their arm isn't even like touching them at all, and they're
Yep.
like acting like they're being pushed down. It was so bad.
Mhm.
That's all I got.
All right. So, what are our olives for this week?
I did slow motion gymnastic because at least 2 out of 3 of these have slow motion gymnastics in them.
All right. I'll go first, I guess. For man, this movie was not good. I will go with 2 slow motion gymnastics out of 10. This is it. I never need to see this movie ever again. I'm surprised there hasn't been a 4K restoration of this. Honestly, it's just that good. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some of the 4K restorations they come out with, it's like, why? Like, why did you choose this movie? There's so many other movies that are
Mhm.
better. Whatever.
So, how many do you give it?
Uh, 2, it's fine. I don't know. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely not good.
No.
I mean, I've seen worse, but not
Mhm.
much. So two's good. Two's fine. All right. So now we're moving on to Fatal Games from 1984.
Let's just call this essentially a remake of Graduation Day a couple of
Right.
years later.
Yeah, Graduation Day 2.
Yeah, Fatal Games it's about a whole bunch of people trained to be in the Olympics at some. Okay, I'm saying this right now. They say academy. They act like they're adults, but everywhere I read says it's high school. I don't know what the age of these people are supposed to be, other than young.
Maybe it's like they traded places with Waxwork. Because
Maybe,
Waxwork, they were in a college but acted like they were in high school.
maybe.
So they traded places. This one, it's like they're in college, but they're in high school, but they act like it's college.
Well, because they're like, talking about living together, and there's a girl that stays there, like they're saying good night. Like, what? You're in high school, and they're talking about like moving in together. I'm like, what is going on, movie? You don't know what you're doing. But essentially, we were meeting these I don't know, 13-ish people all going for these different things and medals in the Olympics, and essentially they start getting kind of killed off with a person wearing the the two stripe sports pants that everyone has, tracksuit, and a javelin as a
Right.
weapon.
I was trying to figure out. I was like, is that a leather tracksuit? I was like,
Yeah,
no, it's not leather. It's not heavy enough to be leather. Like, is that like a pleather tracksuit? Because it's like weirdly shiny. And I'm like, what is that made out of?
yeah, but essentially, yeah, like I said, all that's going on there, and yeah, that's the weapon is like a 7-foot javelin. Is all that stuff. So essentially, like it really just feels like all the murders are happening basically at the school, all for different reasons, and everyone just has to go there by themselves just to get killed.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, there's a bunch of people missing, but I need to go in and get my books
Right,
by
and that's
myself.
right. Which you don't go get your books from college; you get them from high school.
Right. Or like, I'm going to go in, I'm going to stay in this sauna by myself in this dark ass school.
Right, and everyone keeps locking it. But yeah, all this is happening. You have the coach that was almost made it to the Olympics. You have the nurse slash masseuse slash like coppa field woman on everyone.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what like the sexual like range of this movie. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
You have like the one swim coach that's clearly sleeping with one of her people, and like
No, she straight up is. It's not even like alluded to.
maybe living together too.
No,
I
they
don't
are.
know.
They
Yeah.
are. They're arguing like a married couple. It's very weird, but it's again like I wrote this down because I was like trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's like a lesbian relationship, and it's
Mhm.
positive, right? In the way that it's a lesbian relationship, and it's just portrayed as a relationship. But it's problematic because it's the teacher slash coach and one
Yeah.
of her students. So it's like,
Slash,
oh,
yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this
Right.
relationship. This is 1984. It's not supposed to be this complicated.
Right. And then the doctor that's in charge of the school that's just clearly giving him steroids.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the whole point of this school is like what drugs can we give them to make them win the Olympics without getting caught for doping?
Yeah, and the person with the javelin is really good. Like, one death. The first death is kind of the guy the girl that's lifting her uh her bar and just javelin through to the wall, and her thumb and her bar set just disappears completely after that happens. There's no giant clank as it happens. She dead. You have the woman that's like, the person is wearing like a scuba tank and in the pool when one girl is swimming and stabs her up through the bottom. God, there's a guy who's just like, all this is going on there, and it's like I said, they just find excuses to be alone at the school. Like, oh man, we have stuff to do. This sucks. I have to do this work-life balance, and then see ya. I have to go be by myself in the school. Period. See ya.
And then nobody cares that I'm gone afterwards.
Right, and then essentially people start realizing like, why are 5 of our kids just
Yeah.
gone?
Yeah, where's this one kid? Ah, whatever. She said she's going to San Francisco. But like, wasn't there another one missing before that? Ah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Like, and then there's four more. Like, ah, whatever.
yeah, yeah, and then, like, the poor girl that's in the sauna, she's naked through the halls nonstop while being chased by the javelin.
Like I said,
All
that had to have been a hard shoot day. I bet you it was probably more than one day, and that poor girl had to run around naked the entire time.
Yeah, yeah, so all this is going on there. We have one guy who's clearly the only one that wasn't doing anything actually athletic because he actually is a stand-up comedian and worked in the Drew Carey show. I looked him up. The guy that gets the cast on his leg that couldn't do anything anymore. But, like, the kids are
The Jim Cotta guy.
yeah, but all the other people are like, "We have to go sneak into school. Hey, there's this window open." Like, all right, you clearly know the doors are locked at all times. Why would you still be in the building when you know it's locked at all times? You still continue to do it. So I don't know the reason behind all this stuff. Eventually, we get to like, two people left, and it's the main girl, Annie, and she's like, okay, and then she gets like javelin through her side, and the guy comes and rescues her, and she's like, oh man, good thing the nurse is still here. Like, whoa, 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 why is the nurse still here? And as she's like getting treatment, like we see the nurse slash sexual harassment masseuse, um, get out of that uniform, and it's her, and like, oh, okay, and she's going to take care of it. Then she happens to glance over at a random newspaper that's laying there in the office on the floor. It says, oh, this person, this nurse was a dude, and she got disqualified at the Olympics. Therefore, and like, oh shit, it's her. Therefore, weird showdown. She climbs to the top of like a scaffolding that goes to the skylight, and the nurse shows up there and with her now clearly fake, deep voice that was done
Yeah,
in
they like
post,
literally like ran it down an octave. I'm like, wow, this is terrible.
but is able to talk normally the rest of the time. Whatever. She pushes her off and she gets impaled on like the trophy.
Yep.
That's it. Like,
Right.
that is the whole motive of this person, because this woman was trans, was kicked out of Olympics, and therefore all of a sudden killing all these kids.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll talk about it more
Sure.
later. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
why don't you go ahead? What are your highlights?
God. Yeah, take it all the way. The opening song, of course, because they played that full song.
Of course, got to get your money's worth.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure most people are standing there cheering for everyone doing all the events at the same time, but well, like they had in the opening montage. And I laughed when I saw that newspaper sitting there, and that was the motive behind everything.
Yeah, again, like it was like I'm looking, and it's like there's 10 minutes left. I'm like, what is like? What is the fucking plot? Like it's 10 minutes left, and we don't even fucking know what is going on.
Yeah, I think that newspaper shot was done solely after the fact. In post, they're like, wait a minute. Did we say why she was doing this?
Yeah, did we say? Because again, they had to like lower her voice an octave, and they did it like electronically.
Yeah,
it wasn't done during the film. No, it was done later on. I don't know, like if they made the decision after it was already done.
I think so.
Because again, like when she's just like hunting her with the javelin, there's absolutely nothing said about weird sex change operations or anything like that. They just like randomly slow her voice down an octave. Not all the time. Just like, sometimes.
Twice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what the, I'm like, it's like, seriously, I'm supposed to believe that's a dude's voice? It was, wow. Yeah, it was like, I've never seen a bigger mess in the last 5 minutes of a movie.
So, but I said the newspaper had just made me laugh out loud because it's like, this is stupid. Like, because like, okay, she was clearly feeling the girl's ass. And in this movie, we already have the lesbian teacher student, and like, fine, we get it. That's happens. Sure. But they change it. And the best way to describe her voice being lower, if you ever remember the TV show Small Wonder with Vicky the Robot, when they made her do the man's voice, that's how they did it in post. It's just that stupid, like just auto tune essentially. But
like if you remember Super Troopers,
Yes.
Remember when Ursula was doing it? She's like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna butter your
Yeah.
bread. Look at
Yeah.
that. It's like,
Yeah.
it's obviously fake and like weirdly lowered an octave, but you can tell it's a woman lowering their voice an octave.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the newspaper dude, I was so confused. Like, she sees the newspaper and it only shows it for like a second. So like it shows it and it says sex change operation doesn't work, and then it goes. I'm like, wait, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, why is that? Why is that even a motive?
Right. I was like, wait, what does that mean? I had to rewind it and pause it on that screen. I'm like, okay, so the sex change operation doesn't work, meaning the dude couldn't qualify as a guy to be in the Olympics, so he had a sex change operation to compete
Yep.
as a woman
Hmm.
and won, but they found out later that he was a man, so then he got his trophy taken away.
Yep.
Okay. So then
Murder.
what is it? What is it? Murdering kids later? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Correct. Yeah, like I said, it was it would have made more sense if like she looked in the back and found the tracksuit being worn. I imagine that's what she originally looked at, and we got zero motive.
Right. I was so confused.
Yeah.
Like, I paused it and I read the newspaper and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, still with the screen paused. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I get, like, it's 1984. People are scared of like a sex change. I get that, but like, to be like the villain just because of
Yeah.
that, I mean, I guess so. But
Well, I mean, in today's society, that's we would view that as a
I mean,
villain.
it's call it what it is. It's trans propaganda.
Yep.
That's what it is. Like, trans people do these things because they're,
Yep.
quote unquote bad, whatever. But like, this is like 1984. Like, yeah, this is something I would expect to be made today.
Yep.
Like, trans, like, look at this, is they're taking over, women's sports or whatever the fuck, whatever they complain about.
Yep.
Like, that would kind of make sense. But no, it's like they're not even talking about taking over sports. They're just talking about like, this person wants to murder because of it, and that's it. There's no other motive given.
Correct.
It's very odd. Like, and she's like saying weird shit when they like lower her voice an octave, so sometimes it's hard to understand. But it seems like they tried to like allude to like she was upset that other people were gonna win when she couldn't win.
That's great. There's thousands of people going to
Right. I'm so confused. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, that would make sense if like they were all trans kids or something,
Yep.
I was like trying to like, and I was trying to like literally noodle it out. I'm like, how does this make sense? Like, I'm trying to even come up with like left field explanations. Like, how does this make sense? The only thing I could think of is that the thing that they were injecting him with was like
hormones,
testosterone, right? And like, somehow they're getting the benefit of, gender hormone therapy without actually doing the sex change, and then she's mad about that.
which then you'd kill the doctor and the coach. But yeah,
Right. I was like, but that was as far as I got. I'm like, okay, okay, I guess. I don't know why that would make any sense, but sure.
yeah. And the only good highlight is that dude's room that has like the bathroom that walks over the bed as the exit and downstairs.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was trying to figure out, I was like, is this like an MC Escher room? What the fuck is happening? Like, she's all of a sudden like 4 feet taller than he is. Like,
Yeah.
What?
You only see that stuff in like weird. It's like it's almost like the remnants of like you remember like the living room pits from the 70s, like
Right.
Fantastic or 60s of Fantastic Four. But he had that to a bed. Like he can walk out over your bed and just like jump in the bed. Like
Yeah. Or sometimes they have like weird basement apartments like that because they just like put drywall over like giant pipes.
Yeah.
So like you get these weird like step things happening and the shit like that because they don't want you to see the giant pipes down there. And like that, sure. But yeah, I was like, this is like an MC Escher painting. Like, what the fuck is happening in this room?
I wouldn't mind that room as a kid.
Well, as a kid, it would be awesome. Yeah.
I
As
know.
you're a kid.
Yeah. But that's all I have. How about you?
Again, yeah. The high is that like a normal lesbian relationship being portrayed in 1984. That's cool, especially for this movie and the way that it ended up. But again, it's problematic because it's a weird teacher-student relationship. It like kind of cancels each other out there.
Yeah.
But it's interesting nonetheless. Again, I'm pretty sure that the guy or the people who made this movie must have studied Graduation Day, because there are so many like commonalities, like this weird slow motion gymnastics, like the picture of the track team with the faces getting xed out. Like
Mhm.
there's so many things that are just similar. It's very, very odd. Instead of a sword, it's a javelin, but it's like very similar.
Well, if you do a little bit of research on this movie, people said, yeah, it is Graduation Day.
Right.
So,
And again, the interesting thing is like, all the weird hormones and doping scandals and all that kind of shit. Like I guess it started way before now. Like, I mean,
mhm.
it's big news now, but like, I guess it was back then too. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to sports back then, but I guess so. I mean, it's still oddly modern for
Yeah,
being what, 40 years old.
yeah.
All right. Well, now we move on to low points. Yeah, we got even more slow motion gymnastics,
Mhm.
just as awkward as it was the first time. I'm pretty sure that Tiger Asics like paid money to have advertisements in this film because they're literally everywhere. Like everybody's wearing the shoes, everybody's wearing t-shirts, there's signs all over all the walls. That's like the only sports thing you ever see on any equipment is Tiger Asics. I know Asics, I didn't know Tiger Asics was a thing. Maybe it was back then, I don't know. But it was all over the place. Yeah, so the athletes and the doctors, weird relationship. Like you said, the sexual assault nurse. It's I don't know what the fuck was going on there. It was very weird. Like I guess it kind of sort of makes sense. Like if you look at the ending, I guess. But again,
But
it's they're trying to like allude to the fact that she's doing that because she's a weird, sex change operation person, which is also stupid.
which is yeah, in a movie that has a lesbian couple.
Right. Again, that's like I said, some things are like forward, some things are backwards.
Mhm.
It's I guess it's 1984. There's a lot of learning happening. Um, I think the first 15 minutes of this movie has like too much nudity. It's like it burns you out. It's like it's literally like the first 15 minutes there's naked people constantly.
Yes.
And then like that poor girl is like running up and down the hallways like naked for like minutes.
Mhm.
And it's like, man, I'm just tired of nudity. And the movie was too, because it just stopped.
Yeah.
It just stopped after a while. And then, I mean, there's a couple little pokes here and there, but like the first 15 minutes, like nonstop nudity. And then they burned out. And then it's like, no more.
Mhm.
We're done. There was the one scene that was hilarious when the dude like broke his leg. And there's this weird long like monologue where he's talking about like, I thought I was going to be the champ. But now I'm not the champ. Now you have to be the champ because I can't be the champ anymore. I'm like, this is horrible. Just nobody cares about being the champ. Just stop. Like it's a stupid slasher movie. Don't stop with the monologue.
Yeah.
And then he was like limping around, and then he became the protagonist. It was very weird. Again, characters were changing all over the place. Like
Mhm.
again, it's just like Graduation Day, where like you think you know who the protagonists are going to be, and then it just leaves them for a while, and they come back around at the end. Um, and again, with the stuff we already talked about, the sex change, the voice
Yep.
change, the trans propaganda, we already talked about all that stuff. But yeah, I'll reiterate, it's bad.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Yeah, so everything we said, for these kids doing all these smart things, and it's supposed to be these athletes, like you're going to this locked place, and she's lifting the barbells, no spotter. Like if you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna die alone there, and no one's gonna know you're trapped under that barbell at all. All dumb. I always said, when where did it go after she got javelined across the room? Nowhere. I'm like, she was holding on to something. Like, where did it go? Um, and she, when Annie and her boyfriend went, she's like, "Hey, let's go get a burger." And they end up at a Mexican restaurant. You should know
But they
you're
had
not gonna
burgers.
that they're not
Mexican
gonna.
restaurants have burgers sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm just like, you should know something's not right when you're going for a burger.
Maybe it's the only restaurant in town,
I
and they got to cater to all people.
or maybe they wrote that line before realizing what restaurants they can get in the movie.
Right. They're like, shit, there's no burger places around here.
Right.
Just make a burger at the Mexican place. Or just
Yeah.
give them a torta. We'll pretend.
I guess. Of course, drugs, bad. I said high school or college, they don't know. We don't know. No one knows.
Yeah, no one cares. It's close enough.
Like, to the point where, like, "Daddy, you enrolled me here, and I have to get my grades up. Oh, I have to get my book from my locker that has a lock." Like, "Well, no, why are your books?"
I don't know. Closest I could figure is it's some kind of like, um, yeah, halfway high school, college, like boarding school.
I guess, and they're talking like, "You're gonna be an athlete for till you're, like, 25." Okay. That's not true at all, but okay. And then once again, the camera is all over the place. It's like they didn't know what to shoot or they just cut it just to all hell.
Well, they
It's
were taking cues from graduation day.
yeah, they were like, that camera guy, can we get him? No, we got his half blind cousin. Great.
Yeah. Whoever did the editing, we need him back too.
Yeah. That's all I have. So Salem, how many slow-mo gymnastics out of 10 do you give Fatal Games?
Oh, dear God. I mean, it's like the same movie. It's graduation day. And again, there's some interesting positives, but there's so many negatives that cancel it out.
Mhm.
Right? So, I mean, 1.75.
Yeah, it's I'm right there with you. I will say 1.75 as well. It's just not good. And anytime there's a movie that makes you tired of a movie, it's too much.
Well, again, and that's like the first 15 minutes. And then like the last like 15 minutes, you're like, okay, wrap it up. Like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, we don't even know what the fucking plot is yet.
Nope. Nope. All right.
Yeah, so we're done. So now
Hmm.
we move on to Him from 2025. Not made by Jordan Peele, but produced or presented by.
Inspired by.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so we get well, I guess the very beginning is there's a little kid watching like the Super Bowl, and the quarterback guy makes the throw and wins the game. Yay, field
Mhm.
goal. And then oh no, he broke his leg. And they like literally show like bone coming out of leg on live television, which they would not do that.
Correct.
And the dad's like, no, you got to watch this. This is what sacrifice means. So then we fast forward to that kid now being, I guess like NFL draft age. I don't know when that is these days. But he is like number one QB gonna be, drafted by, the biggest teams out there. And then he gets attacked and like hit in the head by somebody wearing
Mhm.
like an outfit. And he gets injured and he has his head all stapled up. So he's like all, concussed and swimmy, but he still goes to the NFL draft.
Yep.
Uh, and it's weird because they never really finish the draft.
Nope.
They talk about like, oh, he's going to be the number one guy getting drafted. And then they just like, he's at the draft. Like
Mhm.
it's happening. And then it just cuts away and no one gets picked or anything. Like I thought the whole draft was like who gets called first is like the big thing. And they were like, is it going to be this guy? And then they just cut away. Like, and they never got back to that.
Correct.
It's very weird. Anyway, so he's now like trying to recover or whatever. He gets a call from his agent. Hey, the guy who broke his leg earlier in the movie has won 8 Super Bowls since then, and he's like the GOAT guy, right?
Mhm.
And he is thinking about retiring and he's thinking about handing off the baton to you, but he wants you to come and train with him personally for a week
Yep.
before he gives the sign off for you to be the next guy. So he's like, okay. So he goes to like his compound
Oh,
in
it's a
the
compound.
desert. Yeah. It's a compound in the desert somewhere. So he goes there. It's like, I don't know, super ultra contemporary compound.
Yeah.
And they do like your training, like the, running and working out. And of course, the GOAT guy played by Marlon Wayans is like way better than he is, even though he's old and close to retirement. And, he's like, keeps pushing him too far. He's like puking and passing out
Right.
because the kid is.
Even though Marlon Wayans does not get tired.
Right. Yeah. Um, so they're doing that kind of thing. There's like, they're training like throwing the football. Like, oh, if you don't throw the football correctly in 2 seconds, like this other random guy is going to get a football to the face from like the machine that shoots footballs.
Yep.
And so the guy gets all beat to shit, and they're all like super happy to do it because they love the goat guy.
Correct.
I
It's,
guess.
it's essentially a cult.
Yeah, I mean that's what it boils down to. Is like there's a cult of personality around this goat
Mm-hmm.
football guy, and and he's gonna be like the next guy to take up this mantle, right? And he's like personally training him to make sure he's like his protege.
Yeah.
So as thing goes on, there's like weirder and weirder stuff where like, he like kills a random woman that like tries to strangle the kid in his sleep because she doesn't want him to take over for the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the goat dude just like literally strangles her to death, and then the next day she's just gone. There's like crazy parties happening where like the dude is like, "Oh, did you bang my wife?" And then threatening him with a gun, but he's just kidding. It's all over the place with this. Oh, he's a crazy guy. And then it gets to, oh, the owner people want to meet with you, so they go to this like random, old like broken down strip mall, and like they have this huge crazy like super party. Imagine like the richest people in the world having like crazy parties. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Lots of drugs, lots of drinking, lots of ladies dancing around.
Things that you would not do to your body if you're that interested in your career.
Yeah, right. You got to figure like, if these people are like going to be signing $1 billion contracts with you, like they're going to be doing testing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. So they're basically saying like, yeah, we want you to take over, but like, you got to finish up this training thing. So he goes back and like, they're doing the training thing. And then he basically finds out that he has to like gladiator fight the goat to like take over his position. So they like football fight and he like wins and kills the goat guy. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And then he comes out and all of a sudden he's on a football field and all the owner people are like dressed up in weird pig costumes. And the goat's wife is like, here, sign the contract. And he's like, oh, no, I don't want to sign. And then he starts murdering everybody.
Yep.
So he like murders all the people. The wife tries to kill him and kills herself by tripping and falling on the knife. But he kills all the other.
In fairness, she's very white.
Yeah. And so he kills all the other like rich white guys that were like, gonna make him the next goat. And you find out that I guess during the gladiator fight, you find out that like there's some kind of like cult ritual that like lets the energy of the goat go from like goat to goat to goat.
Yeah.
And that's like the ritual that they're doing with him for the last week.
Except he doesn't kill his agent, and then he gets dragged into essentially their pentagram and explodes by an unseen force.
Yeah, I think they do that just so you can see that it is actually supernatural things happening.
Correct. They're essentially, the contract is like he's selling his soul.
Right. Yeah. And then that's it.
Yep. He walks away with his hammer sword.
Yes.
Yep. That's the movie that I only subjected you to once.
Well, it came out, and when I first heard it was Jordan Peele, I'm like, it doesn't look like something I'd be interested in, but Jordan Peele, I'll watch it. And then I found out before I watched it that it was, it's just presented by. I'm like, nah, I don't give a shit.
And then I told you not to watch it.
Well, and then again, we had this other, we were talking about doing a sports one. And I was like, you know what? I'll just watch it when we get there. So that was like last year at some point, and I've waited until now to watch it because I was like, I knew I only wanted to watch it once.
Lucky you.
Yes, and I did watch it once, and we're done. And that's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. You want me to go first with my highlights then?
Hey, why don't you do that?
I thought Marlon Wayans was fantastic in this movie.
Marlon Wayans was good. It's good to see him in a serious role. That's literally the first thing I've written down is Marlon Wayans in a serious role. I didn't expect him to be that good.
Yeah.
It's just very unfortunate that literally everyone else in the movie sucks.
Correct.
But he knocked it out of the park. He was fantastic.
Oh, very much so. And ripped at like 55 as well. I wish I was ripped like that now, not at 55.
Right. But yeah, no, I mean, I mean, he's he only done comedic roles? Has he done serious roles?
Do you consider his role in Dungeons and Dragons to be serious or comedy?
No, it's comedy.
Okay,
Because he
then
was the comic relief in that movie.
he was. He's
You're
on
talking
the
the original, yeah.
yeah,
Well, not the
yeah,
original, but the one
yeah,
before the current one. Yes.
yeah. He's done a couple series, but not a whole lot.
I was thinking originally, I was thinking like, oh man, like he's going full circle from the Last Boy Scout, but then I realized it's not that way. It's not.
No.
It's not Damon Wayans. It's Marlon Wayans. I'm like, oh well, whatever. It's close enough.
Yeah, he has hair, so it's not Damon Wayans.
Yes, correct.
I like the supernatural twist at the end. It just wasn't just crusty old white guys, and that they all die. I enjoy that. That they all got their comeuppance. Now, what's going to happen to the
Well,
spirit?
I'll
I
talk
don't
about
know.
that. I'll talk. About
And that's it. How about you?
Like I say, I thought, yeah, Marlon Wayans was great. Again, it's one of those movies where like one person was like super focused and like awesome, and then everybody else just kind of sucked around him. Yeah, it was odd how bad everybody else was.
I guess Jim Jeffries wasn't bad either.
Well, yeah, but he was like, he would like mumble off screen. I know that was like his character, like he's
Yeah.
supposed to like mumble shit, but he was like not even looking at the camera while he's mumbling shit.
Yeah.
Like, and they like, it seemed like they were trying to hide his accent for a while, and then all of a sudden, oh, that it was, they're okay with it.
Correct.
And then they just like killed him off. Weird. Yep. That's very odd. But anyway, yeah, so Marlon Wayans was great. I liked the kind of X-ray video they were doing when like they were showing injuries, and like when they were fighting, there was like, X-rays showing their bones like crunching and stuff. It was like, a Mortal Kombat,
yeah,
like bone breaking combos that they would have, like the X-ray vision. It looked kind of cool. I liked how they were alluding to how like, fandom kind of equals a cult.
Yep.
And it does sometimes. It definitely does.
Easily does.
Yeah, and so I thought that was an interesting thing, but that's all I really got for high points. Low points, I did not like the music. It was either overly dramatic or like bad hip hop. And it just went back and forth between them, sometimes both at the same time.
Yep.
It was not great. Football all the time. There was like no not football things. Yep. This film is like constant. The wife with those wacky eyebrows, dude. It's so distracting. Like I couldn't, like, whenever she was on screen, I was like staring lasers at her eyebrows. Like, what the fuck is happening there? It was bad.
Oh, she's trying to be Lady Gaga-esque.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening, but it was not good. Now, here's the thing that I don't like: the ending, right? If he was trying to be like the quote unquote good guy that they're trying to like show him at the end, why the fuck would he kill the goat first?
Yeah.
Like he was all in fighting the goat. You know what I mean? Like he was every part of him was into killing him.
Yeah.
And he did. So if you're going to play the good guy, wouldn't you have quit before you had to kill your own hero?
Yeah.
I was so confused at that point. Like the point where he walks into that room, like, okay, I was like, okay, the hero's journey, this is the way he's supposed to go. He doesn't go that way. He goes the dark way. And then he comes out into the football field and then decides to like be the good guy. Like, dude, you already sold your soul.
Yep.
Like the signature on paper is just a formality. You killed the guy. The energy is already in you.
Yeah.
Like you followed the whole ritual. You knew that the end of this ritual is killing this guy, and you did it. It's done. Like the contract, the way that I saw it is the contract for your soul has already been signed. This is the contract for you to get your money.
Correct.
Like that's what I was looking at.
I'm
like,
with the owners of the team. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay, so he's going to take the energy and then deny the money. Like, then where are you going to play football?
Yep.
I was so confused as to what was happening there. Like, again, and then at the end, I'm like, was he supposed to be good? But he like, spared the agent, right? He like at the last minute, like took back after he murdered several other people in cold blood. And the thing is like, oh yeah, they're crusty old white guys. They're evil bad guys. They were fucking unarmed.
Yeah.
They're just old guys. They were running away from him. That's like, how is he a good dude? Like begging, at least have him
begging for their lives.
Right. Like at least have him pull out a fucking gun At
Yeah.
least have them do something. No, they just literally hunted them down and murdered them in cold fucking blood after he already killed his fucking mentor and idol.
Mhm.
I was just like, how is he supposed to begin? And then I think the best part that really personifies what kind of asshole this dude really is when he puts the fucking hammer over his shoulder and goes to walk out. He like fucking fake out tough guys, one of the other fucking people.
One of the drummers.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, I'm a badass. Like, you are a piece of shit. Like, you killed your fucking idol and already sold your soul away to get his power. You come out and kill a bunch of fucking unarmed old people. Like, these people were not a challenge in any way to you. And then refuse to take the money and then are like, fucking, I'm a tough guy to the fucking drummer dude, and then walked out. What the fuck did you accomplish?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Like, okay, you signed this contract to get this power, then you denied all the fucking fame and money that goes with it. Like, what are you going to do with it? What do you think's going to happen? Like, you think those are the only white guys in charge of football money? Like, you're nuts. It's all, every team has a team as a bunch of white guys like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like the fucking end of this movie is like whoever made it doesn't understand how real life works. And they just wanted to be, I want to be a football badass, like this guy. Like, this is what they like want their anti-hero self to be, and it's shit.
Mhm.
It's not thought through. It's very fucking stupid. I did not like the ending at all.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, on top of everything you said, the CGI blood and the last thing was pretty bad. And watching this twice now, and with it being the Superb Owl Day, and I'm just sitting there going, you know what? I just really, really do not care about football.
Yeah, like, well, as it is right now, we're recording this while the Super Bowl is on, and yes, we're watching the Super Bowl.
I'm just like, I'm watching this and like, I just really don't give a shit about football, like at all. And that's the problem with this entire movie is I just don't care at all.
Well, that's the thing. I think if you're a big football fan, you probably really like this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're like a big kind of like, you know, I'm not trying to be shitty, but if you're like, you know, you big, you know, testosterone tough guy, right? Like really into football, like you'd probably see that ending as like, yeah, you showed them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be shitty and put and pigeonhole football fans as being that. And not all of them are like that. I get it. I'm just saying some of them are. And I think that this movie was like geared towards them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just odd. I guess for if you're not in that little niche, that would make sense too. It just looks like an asshole. You just look like a dick the entire movie.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like with all three of these movies, it's just like, yes, I played some sports growing up, but I never wanted to like put myself through like what these people go through in all these three of these movies for this regimen just to do something for a couple of years. Like I would never want to do that. It just that does not appeal to me. Just like the training and the stupid shit you have to do just to try to make something out of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not against the games themselves, you know, like
Yeah.
when I played them as a kid, they were, you know, fun, but it's like as you get older and people get more and more serious about it, it becomes not fun anymore.
Correct.
Like again, I played sports as a kid all the way up to like 8th grade, and I played football. And I just realized like how toxic and shitty a lot of fans are, you know, and it's like I broke my arm during that year and I got to watch it from like the outside,
Yeah.
and I just saw how shitty it was, and I just decided after that I wasn't going to do it anymore. And I didn't do any sports after 8th grade, but yeah, up until that point it was fun.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like I was thinking about like this stuff. I never went through that, but like, you know, going and comparing it, you know, the sports stuff like this, comparing it to say, you know, people in high school wanting to be in the top 10 students of the graduating class. I was number 11. And I saw people literally like number one, number two, dropping classes in high school because they were getting a 98% in that class. They had to get a 99 or higher. And I'm just going, I thought that was pointless and not worth all the effort to do what? Right? This isn't for football, fame, fortune, money, all that stuff. Sure, that's great. But it's sports are great, but I don't think we should not be billion-dollar industries. It should not be as huge as it really is, in my opinion, or the idolization of athletes. Like, I feel like it's gotten so egregious in the past, like, 25-ish years. Like, we're Chicago area, right? 90s basketball, Bulls fan, done, easy peasy. But like, it didn't feel like hero worship when we were growing up. I think compared to what it is today.
I think it was there. Again, I mean, like, I mean, 85 Bears, it was like fucking fever pitch, man. Like, it was crazy.
But I don't remember that.
Well, I do. It's one of my earlier, memories is
Yeah.
is that. And I don't know, I mean, it's always been there. It's just I've never been a part of it. I've always been looking, from the outside in. Um, I've never been a big fan of it, but to me, it seems like it's the same as it's always been. But like you said, nowadays they kind of lean into it,
Hmm.
right? They kind of make money off of people acting like that, you know? And so they squeeze every dime out of you that they can. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a super fan. Like, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, you have to buy, like, that's what they do to you.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have all the hats and all the jerseys and all the, the balls and have the season tickets, you're not a big fan.
Yeah.
It's just a big money game, and that's all it is. And it's unfortunate that sports makes so much money.
Hmm.
That's why I like, remember that one Sliders episode where they went to the world where like sports people weren't the big money makers, it was the smart people.
Yeah.
That was fun. The
It
world should be
was.
like that.
Well,
But it's not.
well, I think I think it's part of it. I feel like growing up that the athletes that we watch were more humble, and we weren't able to see their day-to-day lives like we are now with technology and social media, all that stuff, right? So it's just now they are more of a face than anything else.
Well, yeah, back then it was just, I mean, it was easier to hide shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? If somebody's a complete fucking asshole, you could edit things, and
Right.
and have a PR people that smooth over shit that's going on. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, with fucking social media and all that kind of shit. Like, you put out one crazy drunken rant on Instagram, even if it was only up for 5 minutes, somebody saved it,
Yep.
right? And it's always going to be out there, no matter, and you're never going to live it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's much easier to see who people really are, and it's unfortunate, right?
Hmm.
Because people have to like censor who they are a lot, and that goes the wrong way too. Is like you have people that have to censor who they really are because they're afraid of the backlash that it's going to be on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it goes both ways, and it's just stupid. Again, it's social media is too much.
It is.
I mean, eventually I hope it will like even out at some point, but it's crazy right now. I don't like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was my old man rant about athletes. So,
Yeah.
do you want me to go first for number of slow mos out of 10 for him?
Hey, sure.
Um, Honestly, it's getting more just because of Marlon Wayans. So I will go to 4. It's all for Marlon Wayans, unfortunately. I'll
Yeah,
let
I
you
mean,
go.
I'll give him like a full point, but still we're at 3.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah.
But I just, again, it's like the movie was like, it was fine. It wasn't anything special like until the end, and then I really just felt like,
Hmm.
like he already fulfilled the contract.
Yep.
Like, all of this fluff shit at the end is just him being a fucking huge asshole.
Yep.
It's like he's just being an asshole fucking tough guy. Like, oh, I could do whatever I want. I could murder all these people. Like, dude, you're still gonna have to face repercussions for that.
Oh yeah. How do you go back in the real world after you murdered an entire like board of a team?
Right. Because like everyone knows that
Yeah.
you went to a training thing with this dude for a week.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like, all the people that visited the compound are fucking dead. And the goat guy's fucking dead.
Yep.
Like, how are you? I mean, if you would have just, I don't know, whatever. This whole thing was fucking, this whole ending was not well thought out.
Correct. So. All right.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So with the footballs all rested, it's time to be quiet. Very a very quiet, because next week we're exploring films with very little, if any, spoken dialogue. So it's time to shush down and listen, because next week we watch Dementia, sometimes known as The Daughter of Horror. But I think we're going to try to watch the version without the narration, which is Dementia, the 1955 version. We'll find out. It's a hard one to find, but that one is interesting. It's a 55 movie, so, and it was banned at one point in time.
I'm really interested to see why it was banned.
Right. I want to see. It was
I don't
banned in
look it up.
1953 for being like,
Yeah.
disgusting and lewd in 1953 standards. So I can't wait to see what actually happens in this movie. I don't know. I'm going to save it.
Yeah, I don't want to look it up ahead of time.
Right.
Let's try to guess what the lewdness was.
Right. We have Azrael, which was it was just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. There is some spoken words in that one, but they are not English or any spoken language. So it's interesting. And then we have No One Can Save You, which is pretty new as well. It's in the last year or two. And I think there's only like one line in the movie.
That's the alien invasion one.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's just like, I think you told me when you watched it was like the last part of the movie.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like a couple sentences, but it's like that's it. The whole rest of the movie is there's no dialogue at all. So that's it. That's next week. So remember, we watch bad movies so you don't have to.
And this has been Graveyard saying, "Have you checked in the children?"
This is Salem saying, "Long live the new flesh."